Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, a divine psychic medium here delivering messages to you from the higher realms. So welcome in everybody. If you're new, you should definitely subscribe if you have not, if you want to catch my readings in real time. Because I'm always going to let you know about the cosmic energies I'm aligning with, what's currently going on. But just so you know, the readings are timeless, right? So take it however you feel it fitting. And know that since I do read collectively, you know, it might not always be your story, right? Okay. So sorry if I'm a little bit bright here. I wanted to come out to my collective space here, like my living bedroom quarters here. Got some space to myself. I wanted to open up the energy and see what is going on. So I'm going to talk a little bit. I'm going to channel. I'll tell you right away, I'm a little bit sad, right? I don't want it to come out in the readings, but I feel like, you know, it's going to. Lots of major endings, right, with this Scorpio full moon. Like right away the Three of Swords came out. And they wanted me to talk about that, you know. So for a lot of you, you know, like endings, right? We learn the strongest messages through pain, releasing, and letting go. Eclipses bring a lot of change that is meant to happen, that is really hard for us to do. That's why we need these cosmic energies to come in, clear things out, right? We're following the eclipse cycle, right? This full moon in Scorpio that we're just, it's like 48, 72 hours out from, we had it on what, Tuesday. So wow, it's farther out than I thought. But see, I'm a moon goddess, so I'm very connected to the moon. And I feel it very strongly. And this one really, really hit me strongly, right? Especially Scorpio, this intense water sign. Water signs are even more stronger. But this being the first full moon following an eclipse cycle, this was kind of bringing the major endings and the major changes, right? And yeah, so depending on what sector too it fell, definitely mine fell in family, relationships, right? So, you know, major endings, right? I don't want to talk too much about it, but just that you got to work through it, right? You got to release, right? Sometimes it's about finding the silver lining, knowing that sometimes in amongst endings and chaos, you don't see healing and change that's going on. Since this is about aligning us with our destiny and our highest timelines, blockages and things that were in your way are what's getting removed. And a lot of times they are people, situations that were dear, near and dear and close to us, right? Because those are the hardest decisions, right? To make major changes when it comes to family, relationships, especially if some of you were in karmic relationships and you didn't realize that. If karma, it's like if you were in a karmic cycle and a loop and a pattern and you learned your lesson and you were not going to repeat that cycle, it needed to close out. And some of us, we didn't know how to get out of those cycles and those situations, right? So major endings and movements can happen, but for a lot of you, the universe tries to match like frequencies, like things. So for a lot of you, what's beautiful is as doors close, new doors open. New opportunities are here. Here's the Ace of Pentacles, right? It looks like this is something she needed to fight for. She's got a little bit of blood, it looks like, coming down her face. Maybe some of you were in an abusive situation or a cycle, right? So maybe this was moved for your highest good, right? Maybe somebody was hurt, or maybe it was a really messy ending, you know? Okay. But it's important to release, so don't mind me. I get really emotional around every full moon, right? Collectively, I take on a lot of energy that's not mine to close it out, right? Okay. Page of Swords energy. She looks like she's fighting here. This is definitely a warrior, right? She's battling. She's standing up for what she believes in. If you look at her face, she's got like a claw mark, right? A fight on her face. Like this is like, to me, it's getting wounded warrior here. Sorry, it won't focus. The sun's too bright. But she's got 3 slashes across her face, right? This is a warrior energy. For some of you, you're realizing to embrace your situations and to see it in a new light. Realizing that don't be regretful for situations ever. No matter how they end, you have to look at them as, a learning experience, preparing. For a lot of you that align with me, you're my chosen ones, right? We're always being prepared, and we are constantly transmuting and healing and releasing these energies, looking for the silver lining, flipping it, turning our pain into passion and into creation. Truly alchemizing, right? Strength card is here. And King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, the 2 of Cups keeps coming out. This is a very strong energy. There's definitely somebody here. It looks like somebody who has your back or will have your back. Somebody from the past. Could be a past life lover. Somebody's definitely went through a transformation. Oh my gosh, this is hidden. Something is hidden from you. I was holding these 3 cards here, and I didn't even realize that the Knight of Cups was right behind that King of Pentacles. There's a love offer that you didn't see. This definitely looks like an activation. What I'm getting here with the Angel Nila Nuit, somebody has went through a heart transformation. Maybe 2 have. I'm getting this duality that's coming together, counterpart energy. If you look, it's like twin-like energy. Maybe this is you, too. Maybe you have embraced your power, activated your heart, started to pour that self-love into yourself, started to get empowered, right? But there's definitely a transformation, but there's something hidden here. Yeah, the moon. I feel the moon is very much bringing this. The moon is all about secrets and illusions, right? And you better believe that when something that happens close to the heart, that transformation is here, that, it's definitely a leveling up, right? There's never heartbreak for no reason, right? God Divine Source does not remove something because you're not supposed to be somewhere else or for somebody else to come in. There's always like a swap. There's always something new, someone new, a new situation, a new opportunity. There's always something, right? Sometimes you don't know people's true intentions, right? Sometimes you don't know. Divine is always 10 steps ahead. They see before. Universe knows before things are going to happen. So a lot of times when intervention does happen, even though the way that we perceive it, a lot of times, like, Source likes to be known when it comes in, right? Your ancestors' spirit, when they make something happen, they like to make it known that, look at this, happened just in time, right? But it's kind of that way for, like, protection, but it's like they make sure that you're not going to be hurt, so they can especially if you're the chosen. Like, to show me an example, like if somebody was coming to try to hurt you, or somebody was getting ready to hurt you, they were going to be stopped before they hurt you, right? So maybe the situation seemed little, but it was for protection, right? Especially when things happen that don't make sense. Like, wow, really, that just happened? Why did that just happen? Well, you don't know what was coming after that. Maybe somebody was going to put you in danger, or, that's why, like, it's really hard for me too. Like, I always help people as much as I can, but it's like I see a lot of people receive their karma too, because anytime you come up against a chosen, you do receive karma. And I'm often told, hold back, walk away when people do. And sometimes I don't know what to do. Like, everything always is. Like, there's never accidents, right? Like, I watched a lady, like, literally, like, fumble her phone right in front of me, and it shattered, you know. And right away, like, I wanted to go to pick up her phone for her, you know, and, like, I wanted to help her, but I heard the, you know, wait, nope, turn around. And I don't often do that, right? But I do as I'm told, you know. And it was interesting, though, because then it was like, you know, she was upset and cussing and very upset, right? And I was just like, don't turn around, don't give her any energy. And then she was trying to offer me something. She had seen something that I was purchasing, and she was trying to offer it for me. And I'm all about accepting help and things like that. But it was like I turned it down, right? And it was one of those things, like, I don't know if she sensed. Sometimes people sense your energy, and you have to be very, very careful and protective of your energy. I guess what I'm getting at is, like, I was almost second guessing my intuition, right? But I was like, no, she felt something. Wow, my incense stick just fell on the floor as I said that. It was done. It was just done. You have to trust what you're feeling right away. Don't second guess that feeling, because that's when the devil can come in and trick you. And it's like, I remember she was trying to offer me something. And I was like, no, thank you. I got it. Like, you know, you can help, you know, thank you though. You can help for somebody else, give somebody else. But, and then I was starting to second, like, just don't do that. You have to know people are getting their karma at this time. Like, I'm often told when to hold back, like when to look away. Like, I'll still offer people healing, right? You know, and send angels, because the people that are broken and hurt, they need the most. But you got to distance yourself and keep, you know. It was almost like I knew that, like, it was almost like, not cursed, but she had some sort of karma, right? And it's like, I mean, you know, you have to be careful about gifts and things that you receive, because it's filled with energy, and the enemy will jump in and try to, because I was like, she's offering it right after being in a very mad, angry state, you know, and because the chosen, I don't know, this message is coming out, like, you have to be very protective of your energy, very careful. You have to know when to stand down to let people. There's a lot of trickery that's going on here. It's interesting they had me brought that story. I'm trying to look at the significance of the incense being done right when I said that. Like, things are going to be, you're going to be witnessing people's karma, and do not feel as though you need to help people get out of their, you know, just send them healing maybe from afar. Just be very careful. This Knight of Swords energy is coming out where he's standing down in the sword. And that's interesting, because the Knight of Swords is about fast movement, action, right? And you often see the Knight of Swords where he's sitting on a horse and making fast running movement. You know, the horse is running. But in this card, he's standing down and the sword is in the ground, and he's standing next to a white wolf with the wheel. For some of you, it's like you may want to rush in, right? And help people out of their karma and change, but you can't. This cycle has to close out. This has to do with the reset, the polarity. It's like, for you to get elevated and lifted up, certain things have to close out. And this is the time that the chosen, earth angels, the light workers, the 144,000 are to be elevated, are to be lifted up, are to get justice. And not everybody can come with you. And it's like, I always knew that this time was coming. And it's really hard for me being an earth angel to accept that, the letting go, right? But that's why I knew too, like, eclipse time is coming. But it's kind of like knowing that you're being set free in a way, like that is happening, right? And it's like you're just in the transition I'm getting for a little while, right? But it's like, this is the time when you heal now. This is the star card. You heal before the new beginnings, right? You need to remember what we're here fighting for, that we're here transmuting, right? So that is what's going on. Right? All right. Cycle's closing out, right? So that's why I feel whoever aligns with this, how does this going on? maybe you need to spend some time in isolation too, because I do very well holding myself together for my family, for my children. And sometimes, like, I don't get a lot of time by myself, especially having a little 5-year-old. You know, she always lives with her mommy, but sometimes you need a little bit of time. All right, so and having healing frequency helps. What we're listening to now is 963, Frequencies of God. You will feel God within you healing by Life Seed. All right, soul soothing melody. Okay. Justice is here to get you out of a stuck situation. Some of you do not realize what was keeping you trapped and stuck. 1551, I look right at the clock. It's definitely a universal code number for you guys. Like, I haven't looked at the time yet. Okay. Signs and synchronicities too. You guys could be seeing 144 a lot everywhere. It's confirmation that you are in alignment, that you are the chosen. 144. That's what my platform and my channel is for. And that's why a lot of you're protected. Worlds again, and now 8 of Pentacles. You just see that 8 of Swords on 8 of Pentacles. You could be seeing 8s. You see how things are changing. Like, it's time to get to work. It's time for the leveling up. It is time for, oh my gosh, yeah, they are 8 of Pentacles. It is time for the next level, right? It was always meant for us to shine. All the ones that walked all over us and took advantage of us and hurt us, betrayed us, stole from us, took our inheritances, sabotaged us. It's time they get their justice, and it's time we get ours, and it's time they see that. For a lot of them, that's why they are here. They are aligning. They will be witnessed, and like I said, for some of you, it's meant for them to see your karma. So for some of you, they were simply brought back around just for that, and because retrograde might have just brought them in. God was always going to elevate the chosen in front of their enemies. But you're strong enough now to have these boundaries, because if you do, you've passed the test. Because for a lot of you chosen ones, the final part was having those boundaries in place. Right? So be careful. I've been needing to take more protection out lately. A lot of things have been coming through, shape-shifting, coming at me through my dreams. I can't tell you how many my past people have been coming through, trying to connect to me through dreams, and I've been shutting them out every step, every single night, every single time. Nope. Chariot's here. You've elevated above. So be careful of that. Shape-shifting in the dreams, because the enemy knows how to, like, come in, use these energies and these people that he senses around you to come at you. Always trust what you feel. 6 of Pentacles is here. Fairness, what's fair? And a dream too, it gives you confirmation too, if you do have like an ex, lover, family member, somebody come in your dreams, and you still shutting them down, turning around, having boundaries, then you know you're good. And it's one of those where it's like you can let go of it now. You can release it. It's like your way to know that it's okay. Like you can emotionally let go of it now. And it's a good cleansing portion, because for a lot of you, these are like deep woundings and people that have caused a lot of deep woundings. And it's your way of just acknowledging it, like saying goodbye to it. It's goodbye. You know, some of you finally realized that everybody and everything that you aligned with in your past was all to prepare you for where you were going. So nothing's holding you back. Nobody from the past anymore. Like that it finally realized it. I was finally like, oh my gosh, I know that there's always been like a handful of relationships where like they always came at me at the same time. I get out of a relationship, there they were, right? There's always like the same 3, right? And I was like, what is going on? Like, which one is my twin? Like, which one? Like, because the one, so I thought this was my twin. Nope, this one. No, they were just contracts and lessons. They all were. And even though I went back and forth, and even though one did so well with shape shifting, with tapping into my skills and abilities, because oh my gosh, the water signs and the psychic skills and the abilities and the spell work and the black magic and all of that, it was very good, very good. But you know what, all it did is help me in the end, because even though it was a false twin, it was mirroring my energy and masquerading around to my twin's energy and reflecting right back at me. Little did he know that all he was doing was building me up, because he was showing me and he was showing me my flaws. So that's why I get it, because this is finally what I realized. If I was still broken and I had healing to do, which I have healed the most in the past year to 2 years than ever, right? Because I was seeing so much of myself and what I needed to change. And I finally realized that if I healed so much because I was still so broken, you know what? I didn't attract with my real twin because I wasn't ready. Because that is something that God, Divine Source, does. It protects you from the love of your life, from your counterpart, your perfect, your, oh my gosh, because you're not going to get blessed with the love of your life for you to destroy it. If you still have lessons and work to do, it's kind of like a bonus that you get, because you have to fully stop looking for love. You have to fully love yourself to be ready for that. So everything else is but a test. Everything else is but a test. Do you not hear that? So when I finally realized that, no, I don't want anybody from my past. Nobody treats me to the standards that I deserve and desire. I'm going to treat myself better than anybody ever can, right? I am all that I need. And then I finally realized, like, oh my gosh, I'm finally truly loving myself. I'm truly not looking for anyone, right? And then I started to realize, I was like, wow. So, because I was like, my twins corrupted my twin, so I was ready to walk away from my twins. So, some of you have seen, I was so convinced, guys. And I know it's the enemy, and a lot of me is like, no, it's my twin, but he's my karmic twin, because he's so much. It doesn't matter. What I'm getting at is that maybe he was my twin, and he was just so stuck in his trauma and his wounding, he couldn't. But what I'm getting at is that I still aligned with him almost 10 years ago when I was a very broken fallen angel. And yeah, your twin triggers you or whatever. Look, I'm mixing up my words, but that's why I was so tripped up. I was like, because we were together 10 years ago. We got together after 7 years. So we've been together almost 3 years. And I've went through major transformations since then. And you know what? I was talking about some twins that went against and then new contracts were put in. But what I'm getting at is, for a lot of you, even if that is the case, like, you have to walk away because, see, it's still like, I don't want to go against it. But what I'm getting at is that you got to realize you got to walk away from past people because you weren't ready. If you reach a point where you realize that you are ready for love, then you need to know everybody that you aligned with in the past was not your twin. That's why I get it now. A lot of you haven't met your twin yet. You could be playing with them in the 5D. You could be having dreams of them. I know I've had. I'm going to stop right there. Okay, anyway. But be careful, because like I said, in the dream world, some of them are masquerading and wearing false masks. So, what I'm getting at is that, so for a lot of you, like, yeah, you've never even met your twin because it was protected from you. Maybe some of you it was hidden too, so the enemy couldn't come in and mess with your twin either. So for some of you, you never even met your twin because they were hidden from you for your safety, for your protection. So yeah, there could be getting some big reveals. You could literally be bumping into, coming into an alignment with your twin, your real twins, or somebody carrying your energy, because if the contract did get changed, you're still going to see somebody that is going to be your equal, that's going to treat you, that's going to be your everything, and it's not going to be any of the people that have came to you before. So that's what God, divine source, does. So even if you did have some of you may have had a corrupted twin, right? Because maybe some of you were so close, but the enemy got in and destroyed and sabotaged it. So contracts needed to change. Whatever. Universe is already 10 steps. Hell yeah, there's been some contingency plans and some changes. Because for some of you, it's like the trauma's too much, right? Like, I tell you guys, like, what I thought with my story. Like, I almost felt like I wasn't going to make it, right? There was so much against me and being all alone. And, you know, like, I was very mad going to divine source. Like, why? Like, I don't want to be here anymore. It was never supposed to be like this. I'm all alone, you know? That was 3 years ago, and then he came in, right? So then I kind of felt like he was brought in early, but then we had so much stuff that was going against us, right? And it was almost like he'd be an emperor, and then he'd be reversed, and it was like he was going from Knight of Swords to King of Swords. And then it was like I thought I did so well with the addictions and detoxing him and getting away from his addictions and healing his trauma and extracting demons and fighting them, battling them, and getting him away from everything and getting away from all of the things attacking us. And just we've been under so much attack, and it's like I thought we got to this place, right? Then he was tested, and then he fell from grace. And then he went right back down the rabbit hole, right? So it's either that, or what if I was just saving another past life lover soulmate, right? Spiritual marriage meant to teach me a lot of lessons, which it did. And maybe he very much wanted to be my twin because he's so in competition. And that's kind of what I'm thinking now, where he was like, you know what? I can be her twin. But see, he was fighting. He thought my twin was someone else, so he was fighting up against him. But the whole time, Divine was even hiding my real twin from me, from him, from everyone. There's these surprises that are coming out, see. But see, you gotta let go of the twin flame. You gotta stop looking. Because if you're looking, if you're even trying to figure out who your twin is, you're not ready. Let me tell you what. And with all the corrupt and the evil and the things. See, and you want to know what the final part was, too? Like, I finally realized, like, my lover will never pick just me over his family. Never pick just... His mother will always be lifted up above me. For the longest time, I was getting third party, 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords, betrayal, all of this. And it was triggering a lot of my wounds and insecurities, because that's my Chiron placement, fear of abandonment, fear of betrayal, which it all happened when I was very young anyways, right? And he triggered a lot of those woundings, but back in January, like, I pushed him away, but he did just leave and abandon me. And left me all alone in this world where I had no one to rely on. No one. I pushed my entire family away. He couldn't do the same for his. That he fell to temptation. So he failed. Didn't pass the test. Triggered all of those, but instead, I healed those woundings. I relied on anyone but myself. And the only reason why I let him back is because I let him come back after that is because I didn't want him to hurt anybody. I didn't want him to hurt anybody, and I didn't want him to hurt himself. So, you can't settle. Time's up trying to save people. Everyone's got to save themselves. And even though they may have been a twin, if they created things, just like I told him, he's got karma to pay for that. Karma must be paid, even if it was your twin. So for some of you, if you're being guided to walk away from your twin, if they did things to you, Karma has to be paid, and it's up to you to have forgiveness, and if they truly heal and things like that. And for some of you, you have a choice. Like, you know, he's been drug-free, alcohol-free, not hiding, not sneaking around and all of that. And there's forgiveness there, but it's like, it's still not fair. Some of them treated you so badly that they were stripped of their divine gifts. And if they can't forgive themselves, like, I can tell you what, he's in a lot of heartbreak for what he did, because he knows that it caused a lot of woundings for me, and I don't think he's able to forgive himself, which is causing problems too. But divine has brought in new contracts. So for a lot of you, that's the choices that we're seeing here. You have a higher divine soulmate that's been assigned new contracts for you. Some of you straight up get to pick a new high divine soulmate over your twin. For others of you, it was a divine spiritual partner, past life lover, where there's a lot of connections, and you can pick to stay in that if you want. And for some of you, they might have healed trauma, might not have, but you got a twin coming in too, some of you. It doesn't really matter which side the twin is on if you're going off of your feelings and what you feel. But justice is definitely here. But for some of you, if your partner, you know, was stripped of their spiritual gifts, then you're stripping yourself of your gifts by staying there. Because of free will, you have a choice. So there's a very difficult time. There's definitely endings of cycles. Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords. So this is where I feel you're at a choice point. But fairness is here. Movement's here. Legacy timelines for a lot of you with the Lovers. But see, there's this missed opportunity too, and this Two of Pentacles. Should I stay? Should I go? Am I slipping away from the devil? Am I not? Eight of Wands, fast movement. There's a fast decision that needs to be made here, because I'm feeling time is up here. Or this is going to be a missed opportunity for a cup. So you can't sit in the not deciding. You have to decide. Right? Sometimes for you to fully have forgiveness and self-worth, like, you got to walk away. Like, I get that. Sometimes, like, I was putting a piece of me down just by letting him back, because that Leo energy in me, it's like, you betray me, you lie to me, you done. But I was like, maybe this is a lesson. I'm not going to let this create a wounding. So I transmuted it. But at the same time, it's like, it's just still, you did it. I get it. It's the pride, but it's like you did it over and over and over again. For some of you, they came back just to see you get the justice that you deserve and desire. So it was meant to be that way. So see, for some of you, maybe this goes against what you feel about jumping ship, some say, going from one relationship to another because a love offer comes in. But for some of you, that's how it was written. For some of you, that's how God, Divine Source, wants it, because it's part of the karma package for both. The vindication and the justice for both. All right, I'm going to leave this reading here. That's what I had for you. Trust what you feel. Always trust what you feel, right? I'm sending love and light to all of you. Bye, guys.